today I thought we'd do some collage, and I have got together a whole load of paper and what I hope will be a notebook cover, and I'm going to try collaging this. I think this is a great beginner's tutorial, demonstration, inspiration perhaps. Okay, let's have a go. If I can get rid of my cat. Let's talk about glue. I'm not a big fan of glue. In here I have some PVA and water, but it's nearly finished, so I'm going to top it up. I'm going to end up with glue on the cat if I'm not careful. So we'll add some glue, and now I'm just going to go and get some water for that. Okay, this is just ordinary PVA glue, which is a Spanish. The first thing I think it's important to do is not just to grab paper and start sticking, which is what I usually do. What I think you should do is have a look at your papers carefully and decide what you would like to include. There's an awful lot of stuff here. Book pages. I might add that although it looks like I'm destroying a book, I'm actually saving it. This book was destined for landfill from our local library, and most libraries do this. Every now and again they have a good clean out and they put books they no longer wish to lend into a pile for recycling, but mostly they end up just in the rubbish. I'm going to include book pages. I definitely want some book pages. This is also book page but with different font, and this here is also a book page with a different font, which I quite like, so it might be fun to include that. Yeah, I mean there's more than I will need here to cover just that small notebook cover, and the rest of it is coloured scraps. So do I want to pick a colour and then have everything a similar colour or not? Okay, look, what I'm going to do, because it's a little bit overwhelming, is I'm going to pick something I really like, which is this. I absolutely love that, and I'm just going to build from there. So I really like that, and I like the colours, so we'll start there. I also like that butterfly, but I think it's too big. There's script in the background there. I like that. I mean, it's a completely different colour, so it may not. It may not go, but we'll put that over in a pile of things I like. This has to be included. There's too much white, but we'll just take off bits of this that I really like and would like to include, and I'll put them aside. I like this very much. I like that very much. I quite like that. However, I've got writing in my book pages, so I don't think I want that. That I love, but it's totally different colour. But then maybe that's a good thing. Quite dark. Let's put this bit in and we'll see. That's super bright. Again, we'll put that to one side and we'll see. Ooh, ooh, I love this. We'll put that to one side. I also like this. We'll put that to one side. Again, I'm sorting out far more than I will ever actually need. Because this is a printable, it's kind of flat, whereas this has texture. This is very flat, but I think this would be useful because you just don't want to be overwhelmed with too much. So I'll put that, and I'll put that. Oh, look, I've got a jelly print of some lace. We have to include some of that, I think. Right, I will include a bit of that. Now, I have things like this, which could arguably be focal points, or butterflies. I've got a lot of little bits and bobs. These are the negatives from die cuts. I'll keep those to one side. I'll keep possible focal points to one side. That's interesting. I'll put that. I mean, you could go on forever here. There are other things that could be used, such as lace, bits of fabric. In fact, just right here, this is my Ought jar. Who knew that all your excess threads and crap stuff that you take off the sewing machine has a name? It's called an Ought. Let's just start by putting some very watery glue down onto my sheet. This is very old paper, and actually it's just ripping very easily. So let's look at Okay, this is a plastic file. If I put this in there, now it's absolutely not going to stick to this. It comes off really easily. And I'm going to put this under a heavy book and leave it there overnight, a few hours. And then it should be nice and flat with no wrinkles, and then we'll stop playing. Okay, well, I didn't leave that under a book very long, and there's a few places where it's lifting a little, but I do not think that will be an issue. I'm just going to bend the spine. What you might find if you're making creases is that old paper cracks. That one isn't too bad. If I had put this on the spine, definitely it would have cracked. Okay, I'm just going to cut the excess. And this is purely so that I can actually see the size of my canvas properly, and that I don't put anything really important or really nice too far out on the edge. The front. Now, from my little pile of stuff that I really liked, I am going to choose the first piece and just put it down. Now, it's very possible that the first piece will actually be covered up. So let's... I like this, but I don't like the straight lines, so I'm afraid it'll have to go. There's no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting these. If it feels right, I will do it. And I'm trying very hard not to overthink it, because that truly is my problem.
Stay
Okay, so I'm looking for focal points now, and I have a lot of die cuts in here. Fairies, sat down fairies, no she's not, and too big, again too big. Oh, there's a pig. He merges, unfortunately. Okay, what I have decided on is this fairy as a focal point with a little bit of thread, a little bit of lace, and another little square of lace. And I'm actually going to use a silicone based glue because it's fabric. A lot of little bits which hopefully I can get them all stuck down. Ah, sticky. There we go. I actually quite like the back as well, but I'm not putting anything on there. I shall put that into my plastic. And then that's going under a book. And maybe in another video I'll show you how I put the signatures in. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more, please subscribe. If you hit the bell icon, you will get a reminder every time I put a film up. And thank you very much for watching. Your support is really, really appreciated. Bye now.